Joyner Lucas jumped on social media the other day to post a little bit of a rant about his place in hip-hop and what fans expect of him. And this is all connected, obviously, to his new album that is supposedly coming out within the next couple of weeks. But what he said in that post, I thought was incredibly interesting. So let's take a look at this and let's discuss what this new Joyner Lucas album could bring and what his place in hip-hop is. So let's jump straight into this. If you want to stay up to date with all current hip-hop events and releases, make sure to subscribe and become part of this community. Oh, and also, go cop that fresh merch and listen to my new songs in the description. Real quick, if you don't want to listen to this, make sure to skip 20 seconds into the future, but you can now sign up for my free newsletter with the first link in the description. It comes out every Sunday and details everything that's been happening in hip-hop over the past week. And also, just want to mention this real quick, you can check out the merch bar below this video to cop yourself an amazing hoodie. I love rocking those. Now let's actually talk about Joyner Lucas. So he went on social media to, as I already said, post this rant. It is about a couple of minutes in length. You gotta listen. You gotta sit down and listen to this a little bit. But what he said in that video I thought was really interesting. So let's go through the points that he made and then afterwards talk about his new album, Not Now, I'm Busy, because he's been promoting that for the past couple of weeks. And I think that stuff that he said in there definitely connects very well to what we could expect on this new album. So let's take a look at what he said. So he starts out by kind of, shouting out there that he's mad at people for wanting him to, be boxed in as this lyrical rapper. And he really said, yo, y'all really want me boxed in because people always expect that lyrical miracle, type of stuff from Joyner Lucas. I mean, he first kind of gained some real popularity in like 2017, 2018, when he dropped those remixes to like Gucci Gang, Lil Pump, I think Bank Account, 21 Savage, the songs around that time that were really popping off and we were kind of labeling as mumble rap or like this bad new generation of rappers as back then we were so considering it. And he took those instrumentals and made some really like, not boom bap, but like some lyrical stuff over it. Kind of the fast rapping that we blame Eminem for. He did that with those instrumentals. I thought they were incredible. That was also around the time that I got introduced to Joyner Lucas, his whole beef with Logic after that, but that was around the time that he really started popping off, and he now thinks that people want him boxed into that one certain lane all the time. But he says he himself is unpredictable. You don't know what he's gonna do next. He says he wants to do whatever he wants because he says you might get a song that might be a little bit more of a turn-up song. He might make a song that's more lyrical. He might make a song with Future than with Ed Sheeran, which I thought was really, kind of funny, that whole gap in between. But he's been saying that because he's been releasing a couple of singles that people were blaming him for being too turned up or like being too, unlyrical in preparation for this new album. We're going to go into the singles at the end because, again, he's, to me, he's like just blowing this whole release and the whole rollout, but he's really known for that. And what I thought was interesting was he said, I mean, a lot of people say this, if he wasn't rapping, he'd be trapping, but he's really about that turn up music and that lyrical stuff he doesn't even, like in his own. He said he doesn't even listen to rap. That is what he said. He doesn't on his own time listen to rap. And he actually, I quote, hates lyrical rap. And this is a conversation that I thought we were over with. I remember when MF Doom did this, where MF Doom said he doesn't even listen to rap, he's only in it for the bag. And a lot of people were looking back at MF Doom's discography because he was this great lyrical MC and this great, penman, and people were like, so this was all fake just because you were trying to make some money and you don't even like this this art, this craft that you're so advocating of. And so that's a conversation that I thought was really interesting even back then, and now we're having it again with Joyner Lucas. Apparently he hates lyrical rap, but he still does it and people expect that of him, and apparently he does it best. Now I think that when it comes to this new album, this could actually be very dangerous, because he's someone that we were kind of thinking he was gonna go way further and be way bigger than he actually came out to be, and by no means he's an unsuccessful artist. He's an incredibly successful artist, and I respect him for his craft. I mean, the fact that he went from being somewhat of a no-name, so coming up in the industry like 2016, 2017. I mean, he has first album 2015, Along Came Joyner, but up until his next album, nothing really came along, and then 2018 he was on Eminem's album. Like that's pretty big. You feel me? Like that's really big for him, and so that's why I think this new one could be dangerous. But it seems like he's blowing the whole release of the rollout again. Now remember ADHD. Remember when he released the entire fucking album as singles before, and then nobody wanted to listen to the actual album anymore? That really made that album less enjoyable, because you were like, are we being played here? Is this all done just to kind of some gimmicky marketing scheme to get more plays? Or is he actually that stupid to release all of the tracks as singles? Maybe it was a genius plan of his to promote the album because he thought maybe one of the singles would pop off and then carry the album. That didn't happen, and he's kind of doing that for this new album as well. And let's take a look at what we actually know about this new album. So he did go on Instagram to announce this album and the cover art with it. The album is called Not Now, I'm Busy, but we never got an official release date. Let me know in the comments if we have an official release date. I could not find it. Now, the album cover actually looks pretty cool. I actually like this album cover art quite a bit. I'm a big fan of that. But we never actually got any, sort of release date or any sort of timeline for the release for it. We've gotten two recent singles that I wanted to spotlight real quick, which is Devil's Work 2 that came out like 2, 3, 4 weeks ago. Can't remember the exact time. I think this is pretty good. Y'all remember the first Devil's Work. Now this one, he's going over a lot of incidents that we're kind of concerned with in the culture. He's going over, obviously, like, Kobe or a bunch of people. King Von was in there as well. But then he's also touching on 6ix9ine. He's touching on, for example, the Megan Thee Stallion, Tory Lanez shooting, stuff like that. I really like that song, to be honest with you. It's kind of you kind of view it in a different light when you know that he doesn't actually like lyrical rap, but I guess we got to separate the art from the artist. And the second single is called Blackout with Future. And this is the single that people were like blaming him for because this was too turned up or too whatever, because this is more of a fun song. You got Future on there, he's going hard on there. We got Joyner just like, I'm like, Blackout, tap out, whatever. I like the song, actually. I think it's pretty good. I think it's mixed a little weird, but it's pretty good. But when it comes to the singles in general, apart from the two new ones we got, I think what the fuck is going on? Because when you go back, actually, and you take a look at the release of this new album ever since 2021, and this is over 2 years at this point, the first new song that we got, and I am unsure if we're going to get the other singles on this album, because back in 2021, we already thought we were going to get an album. We had Ramen and OJ with Lil Baby. Then we had Dreams Unfold with Lil TJ. Then we had a J. Cole song with Your Heart. Then a Ty Dolla $ign, Late to the Party, then Duck Duck Goose, then a Lil Durk single, Rambo, then My Escape, and after that, in 2021, he just vanished. We got a new single like every couple of weeks, and we were like, okay, he's preparing for that new album. And we just came off of that horrible release rollout again for Evolution back in 2020, because he never told the fans that it was not dropping. He just announced a date and didn't drop that day. So people were already losing trust. And then we got all these amazing singles. I mean, if you can discuss if they're amazing or what, but Ramen OJ is amazing. Your Heart is amazing. I actually like Rambo quite a bit too, with all these big names in the industry. Lil Baby, Lil TJ, J. Cole, Ty Dolla $ign, Lil Durk, that he probably paid a lot of money for the features for. And then he just doesn't come through with the album, and now he's decided to drop these new two singles, Devil's Work 2 and Blackout, also with the new cover art. So it's unsure if those singles are actually going to be on the record. Let me know if you have more info on this. But to me, what is he doing? He seems to blow every single rollout that he has for an album. And I mean, I could make a whole nother video talking about the rollout for this thing. This is kind of connected to what he said in his Instagram story or in his Instagram post right there. But what's going on, bro? Why is it always like this? I mean, I'm looking forward to the album. I'm hoping you have a couple of bangers on there. But this is the reason I think why he never got as big as he could have. Now, all the negative stuff aside, I'm excited for this album. I think the two singles that we got, in the recent past are actually pretty good. And I like that he's talking about just doing what he wants on this new album in that Instagram post that I showed y'all. But let me know what you think about this. Do you think that, this is going to go big? Do you think that all the singles just ruined it for some reason again? And do you think this is going to go down the same route as ADHD and Evolution, where the rollout just ruined the entire album? So let me know all your thoughts on this, all your theories and opinions on this in the comments down below. If you watched this video to the end and liked it, and you want to stay up to date with all current hip-hop events and releases, make sure to subscribe, turn on notifications, hit that like button, and go follow my social media, and most importantly, join my Discord in the description. Until the next one, you'll have an incredible day, and y'all take care.